Hello everyone, welcome to today's video, and today we're gonna talk about how Connor's death have impacted Young Justice and what I wanna see from Cassandra in the future of Young Justice. And with that out of the way, let's get started. Let's start off with how Connor's death have impacted some of the characters of Young Justice. And let's start with Miss Martian. Miss Martian shown to be really angry and sad. And when she assaulted her brother, it seems like she really wanted to hurt him. So is Miss Martian starting to go down a dark path? We have seen her be a bit more questionable in Young Justice. Personally, I don't think Miss Martian will become a villain like some other may think, but I think she will have problem with anger and sadness throughout this season. I think this will be her story throughout Young Justice, how to cope with sadness and anger at the same time. And let's talk about Superman. How will Connor's death impact him? Well, we already see how it impact him. He's sad, and he has lots of regrets, believing if he was that 5 minutes earlier or 10 minutes earlier could have saved Connor. But Lois confirms him that he will die himself if he was that 5 minutes or 10 minutes earlier. Superman have to explain to his son about death, and how that when someone's die, they're not coming back. And that is a real emotional scene. I have to admit that I didn't think that Young Justice will take the time to explain that to a little boy, but here I am proven wrong. And we see that explaining this to John is actually bothering Superman, or at least I can see it. And we also know that Superman regret how he treated Connor in the start, but again Lois confirms him that Connor loved him as a brother, and he loved him as a brother. So Lois tries to comfort Superman as best as he can, and I think that throughout Young Justice, Superman as well will have problem dealing with Connor's death. And then let's hop over to Miss Martian. No, I mean Artemis, I'm sorry. The thing is, Artemis is shown crying a few times over Connor's death, understandably. I mean, learned that Connor was like a brother to her, and she is also sad for him again, of course. And that is really thing I feel like gonna impact a lots of other characters as well. The fact that Connor was like a brother to so many characters. He's really impacted so many, and the way he impact his friends is really something that gonna affect not only this story arc, right, but every story arc throughout the season 4 of Young Justice. And that is how I feel Connor's death have impacted Young Justice Phantom. I think it's gonna impact the next season as well. Not as much, but I think it will happen. But of course, I still believe that Connor will return to Young Justice. The writer probably saying that they won't, but writers have been shown to twist the truth in the past, and even go so far to lie. I believe that Connor will return if the writer changed their minds, or really decided that all of that was just a ruse. Now let's talk about a few things I want to see from Cassandra in Young Justice future. I actually had 4 things I wanted to see, but 2 of them happen in Artemis arc, and that's why I only mentioned 2 of them. First off, let's mention the 2 things that happened. We got to see Batgirl, or Barbara Gordon, and Cassandra, how close they were. They're like sisters, and just like in the comics, and that is what I wanted to see. the future, but I'm really glad that we get to see it in this season. The other thing we got to see was Cassandra wound Shiva. Oh, after all, Shiva was a terrible mother. She cut out her local cords to keep her from speaking and trained her to be a killer. So the fact that Cassandra wounded her but didn't kill her showed great character in Cassandra. And it actually was one of the things I wanted to see. Now, for the two things that we haven't seen is I want to see Cassandra getting healed to a point that she can speak again. And what I mean by that is that either through science, alien technology, or magic, see something heal Cassandra's what was the name? Local core, so that she can be able to speak again. I know it probably won't happen, but it's one of the things I really want to see. The fact that Barbara teaching Cassandra to speak in the comics is one of the things I found most enjoyable about her character. I really want to see that happen in Young Justice, seeing that maybe Doctor Strange or other sorcerer can heal her local core to the point where she'll be able to speak again, but she has to learn to speak. That is something I really want to see from Batgirl and Cassandra. Another thing I want to see is Cassandra's father. We all know that David Kane is Cassandra's father in the comics, and of course he might be retconned in Young Justice to just be another, but I really want to see that David Kane is Cassandra's father. And we know that Shiva may have had a relationship with someone, and who to say that that isn't David Kane? Who knows? I really want to see David Kane in Young Justice and an antagonist to Cassandra. Maybe Shiva took Cassandra from him once she was born to train her the way she is, and once he finds her, he tries to have her join him. Or maybe he abandoned Shiva and Cassandra. I don't think that he abandoned her because Shiva would have killed him, maybe, but I really believe that Shiva took Cassandra away from him once he was born. And that's the things I want to see from Cassandra in Young Justice. And that's it for this video. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comment section down below. And like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.